Taron, congratulations on Rocketman. I enjoyed this immensely and you were phenomenal in it, so congrats.
Thank you, Deirdre. That's really lovely. Cheers.
I suppose my first question for you would be, there were obviously so many challenges that came with this role, but what would be the one that sticks out in your mind as the biggest challenge you had to overcome?
There's lots. It's been a real learning curve, If I tried to pretend that I turned up as an accomplished singer and studio recording artist, I would be lying. I have learnt through the process. I've had some great guides and some great support, chief amongst them being Sir Elton John and Giles Martin, who is an incredible music producer and an incredible man. I'm very grateful to him. But I suppose managing the pressure a little bit as well and putting that away and getting on with my job when there's such a gargantuan task ahead of me. But I've loved it. I've absolutely loved it. It's been wicked.
Like you said, you've worked with Elton John so extensively, and of course you were in Cannes with him just last week. Is there anything that you came to learn about him that really kind of took you by surprise that you weren't expecting?
Yeah, lots of things, I mean, the one thing that I really have been so happy to report to people like my family is just how kind and genuine and interested and warm he is. And I knew he was a good man because there's he's done so many good things, not only creatively, but philanthropically. But I didn't know that how interested he would be in me and invested he would be in me. And it's not just me, and it's not just because I'm playing him. I've seen him be that way with many other young artists and and creative people.
It's amazing to see, yeah. You're so good at all of the Elton John songs in this. It's really hard to pick a favourite, but do you have a personal favourite that you like to perform and why?
In our film, I'm very proud of your song.
Yeah.
And I am proud of it because the film has so much spectacle and it's so stimulating. It's such a feast for the eyes that I love that song because it's quite reduced and it's quite intimate and it's sort of about Jamie, Bernie and Elton really and their friendship and their relationship. And, between them, this sort of mad alchemy happens and they create this thing, this song, this bit of poetry. And I really, it was one day where we shot that and it's really cool. I've got a daft costume on. I'm putting this Y-front I'm wearing, but it's really, it's a scene I'm proud of.
It's a beautiful scene, like you said. It's so pared back, and seeing you just be slowly inspired, it's really beautiful to see.
Thank you.
Is there a sense of kind of weight and responsibility that comes with a role like this? And then I suppose with Eddie the Eagle as well, you were playing a real life figure.
Yeah.
Do those roles actually feel different when you're playing them?
Of course, absolutely. Yeah. Especially since I personally feel that in order to pay homage to someone in a way that's authentic, you have to take some license and you have to be not irreverent but not precious. And Eddie the Eagle was a film I'm very proud of, but it felt like a far more conventional, I suppose, than this, and a little simpler, a lot simpler, if I'm totally honest. That's not to say I'm not proud of it. Hugh, myself, and Dex had a great time with George Richmond and the rest of the team, lots of whom came to work with us on this.
Of course, yeah.
But there is a weight of responsibility. But I enjoy the pressure of it all, I suppose.
I suppose this is like such a dream role and a dream part. But what other types of roles would you like to do at this stage? Because you've kind of got so much covered between musical, animation, and then with Kingsman, you kind of covered like spy, action and comedy
things,
all in one. So what are you kind of thinking about doing next?
I do love the Marvel films, and I'd love to be involved in that global phenomenon. But I'm not alone in that. I think most actors would be excited by that. And I think I'd like to do some... I'm very excited by parts that are different and require different elements of you. So I'm keen to keep reinventing myself, maybe a little grand, but I'm keen to keep exploring new things, and it's good to slightly frighten yourself, and that's why I say I enjoy that relationship with pressure. I think people are good creatively when they are unsure, as long as it doesn't rule you.
And just my very last question for you, Taron, one we always like to ask, just for fun, what are 3 of your favourite movies, say ones that have inspired you over the years?
Oh wow, okay, Shaun of the Dead by Edgar Wright.
Oh, brilliant one. Yes.
it arrived at a time where I was just the right age to be getting into film in a proper way. And I think it's moving and funny and totally individual and unique, has bags of personality, and I think Edgar is a very unique filmmaker.
Yes.
Also become a bit of a friend of mine, which is lovely. And Social Network is David Fincher, who only makes good things. And I love the music. I love Jesse Eisenberg's performance. Andrew Garfield in it. It's stunningly shot and very unusual, I think. And then finally, I would say something like maybe like a Pixar.
Yeah.
So oh golly, Coco.
Coco is a gorgeous
Coco
one.
is
I watched it
gorgeous
just
film.
a couple of weeks ago again, actually.
It's a beautiful film. I love animation. I also love like Kubo and the Two Strings, which isn't Pixar, but it's another very innovative, gorgeous bit of animation. And anyway, that's 4, but the bonus one in there.
Yes. Well, we'll have to leave it there, Taron. But thank you so much, and congratulations again on the film. It's amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find